Our topic is meal swipes versus dollar value, meaning the worth of a meal swipe versus the amount a meal swipe actually costs. We're doing this topic to inform students at the University of Kentucky on what and how they are spending their money.
We chose to use a website instead of a pamphlet for several reasons. For one, a website will reach a larger audience than a pamphlet. How often are you handed a pamphlet just to throw in the trash? Another reason using a website is better is because you can add so much more information to the final product. A website can have almost infinite information, while a pamphlet can only have what fits on the pages. There are other limits to a pamphlet as well. Certain sources like interviews and other forms of visual representation can't be added to a pamphlet, but can easily be put on a website.
This is an interview that was conducted with Jessica Espinoza on Tuesday, April 4th. I asked her, what would you describe as a meal swipe at the University of Kentucky? And she responded. She said, an entree, side, and a drink, just like a meal you would get at McDonald's. Then I proceeded to ask her, what would you assume the price of a meal swipe at the University of Kentucky is? And she said, a little over $7. I asked her, do you think that price is higher, lower, or the same as other universities? She said she would think it was the same. Do you think the actual price of a meal swipe is worth the food that you receive? She told me, I believe the use of each meal swipe is worth the food that she gets. I then asked her, what if I told you the actual price of a meal swipe here at the University of Kentucky is a little over $9? She told me she would be really surprised that she would be paying that much for the amount and quality of food that she received.
We have an interview set up with the dining services, and some questions we have came up with are, what is your association with the dining services? Are you aware of how much a meal swipe is worth? How do you feel about the quality of food that the students are receiving? And do you think the profitizing of the dining services affect the cost of meal plans?
We decided that the most effective way to get our information across to students was via a website. Our plans for the website include having a professional look, but also appealing to the eyes of students. The homepage will include a summary of our research and why we believe the price of a meal swipe is too high. On tabs easily accessed on the homepage will be graphs of our data that support our claim, a works cited page, and a petition. The last tab, and probably the most important tab, will be a link to our interviews. Everything from the interviews will be on the page, even including the names of the interviewees and the date and times of the interviews.
The two main sources that we'll be using are websites that compare the prices of meal swipes of different colleges and explain how students can best save their money.
The first site is the University of Kentucky Dining Dilemma. It focuses on the University of Kentucky and the pricing of each meal, different options of plans, the average cost of a meal plan, and the rate of the meal plan versus groceries per week. This website also compares the cost of our meal plan to that of similar universities around the country.
The second webpage is Consumerism Commentary and is titled, How a College Meal Plan Wastes Money. It compares the different meal plans that are offered at various colleges and their prices. This webpage is not focused around UK, rather the college dining institution as a whole. It focuses on how students can be better aware of the plans that are offered and how that we can best save our money.
Our research thus far has changed what our initial topic was by changing from a pamphlet to a website because it could reach more people. By posting our website link to social media, more information could be included on it because the pamphlet is only a single page, and all students who attend the University of Kentucky has internet access, allowing them to access to the website.
We are also verifying our sources to make us more credible and
deciding that we will add a petition on the website that students could sign to lower the price of a meal swipe.
our research has strengthened our initial topic by allowing us to know that we needed to determine and include exactly what a meal swipe was. It also allowed us to know we needed to ask students that we interviewed what a meal swipe is. That way we could let our audience know what it is meant by the term.
This is the price of the University of Kentucky's meal plan per swipe, $9.66. Here is the cost for Kansas's, $7.94 per swipe. U of L's, $7.73. Ohio State, $5.72. Here is the differences between each plan. It's a $1.72 difference for the Kansas plan, $1.93 for the Louisville plan, and $3.94 for the Ohio State plan. This is a major difference between the plans.